See, I told you I'd be back for the follow-up video. Hey everyone, welcome back to YouTube Expeditions, where we confront fear to find the truth. And this is not going to be sort of a typical video, I guess. It's more or less going to be the follow-up video from the stuff I looked at last week, because I found some stuff that I wasn't able to sort of find on the fly last time, so I just wanted to sort of explain some of the stuff I did find after the fact, doing some research. Alright, so during the first video we looked at, we saw a few images that were kind of unusual, like the people with the claw hands, and then we saw that picture with the weird demon. Alright, so I did find out at least some of those things. However, I was not able to find the where the picture of the woman with the X over her mouth came from. I'm assuming that's the girl from recordings. I could be wrong about that because of the way the picture sort of looks. But I did find something interesting on that, and I'm going to get to that later on. So, the people with the claw hands. That is actually the family of Lobster Boy, otherwise known as Grady Stiles, or Grady Franklin Stiles Jr. He was born with a genetic condition that caused his hands to appear claw-like. He was sort of a performer in a freak show under the name Lobster Boy. His entire family exhibited this odd deformity. It runs in his family for like a while, and at the same time, they all sort of displayed it, which is what we saw in the picture. They were basically part of a traveling carnival, and when they weren't, they lived in Gibsonton, Florida, because it has to be Florida. But then it gets kind of dark after that. As it turns out, Stiles was convicted of third-degree murder. In 1988, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Stiles shot and killed his oldest daughter's fiancé on the eve of their wedding. He confessed to killing the man and, in fact, like I said, was convicted of third-degree murder. He was not sent to prison because there was no institution that could accommodate him at the time, so he was sentenced to house arrest and 15 years of probation. He had a drinking problem, which after that event he managed to get under control. However, in 1992, he was killed by Chris Wyant for $1,500 that was paid to him by his wife and his son. Wyant was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 27 years in prison. Harry Newman was given life in prison due to his role as the mastermind, and Teresa, Stiles' wife, was sentenced to 43 years in prison for conspiracy to commit murder. Something interesting I was able to find is that Grady Stiles was featured on American Horror Story Freak Show. There was a character that was called Lobster Boy, and a statue of him is included in the opening sequence. Alright, now, the rest of the pictures that I found, the rest of the picture I was able to find was that picture with the weird demon and the little girl. So, what I managed to find out about that is that it is actually from an album from the 1920s. The album of the photographs was named "The Goblins Will Get You If You Don't Watch Out." They were made sometime around 1923 to 1934. They tell a nightmarish tale of a little girl being abducted by horrible creatures of the night. The photographs were inspired by the 1885 poem Little Orphaned Annie. And I did look at this poem, and it's really interesting considering it's literally the stuff of nightmares, considering that it involves basically kids misbehaving and then goblins coming to take them away. Oh, I remember my mom telling me stories like that at one point. And I remember it made me so scared I wanted to sleep with a kitchen knife at one point because, like, I was scared the goblins were coming. Alright, so that's the stuff I was able to find about that I couldn't immediately figure out about the pictures in the first video we looked at. So, the other thing I wanted to do for this video is actually go look at the channel Truthbeard. I actually want to look at the first video, but I did find some other interesting stuff through the Truthbeard Twitter account. One of the things I found was an image of the idol from the video Reverence, which was live streamed that I did a few days ago. Basically, it has a tweet. It goes with a tweet that just reads, father will be in the next episode. This was on May 30th, which was, I believe, right before that episode, not that episode, that video went live. Something else I was able to find was that image from the Sovereign video, the one with the eyes and the clouds and everything. Something else I was able to find was this image of the masks that were thrown down in front of the idol in reverence. And the tweet reads, "So many lost for the greater good, but there will be more. Goodbye." All of the masks shown here are all the ones that were thrown down in reverence in front of that idol, which may confirm what I believed was that they were all killed at some point. We also find a picture of the girl with the X over her mouth, but there is no explanation as to what exactly she means here. I'm still assuming this might be the girl from recordings. We also see links to some of the videos from recordings also on here. And I think there's some of the stuff on here are quotes from that video itself too. Alright, so we're going to look at the first video of truthbeard, which is about 3 minutes and 7 seconds long. So it won't really sort of take up too much time. Alright, so without further ado, let's get to the video. Okay then. Lupine. Ho ho ho, truthbeard. Wait, what did it say? Hold on. Wait, ho ho, truthbeard the pirate here. Wait, is there sound that I'm not hearing? Let me turn it up. Okay. What is he digging for? So this, what? There's treasure? Yarg? Okay, this is getting kind of funny considering he's wearing the lupine masks. Again, I mentioned Lupine. I don't think most of you know who Lupine is. He's a character I made up for a web series Prizebox did like a few years ago. It's called Food for Thought. Go look it up, please. It's really funny. There's a storm a-brewing overhead, you scurvy dogs. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this why there were a whole bunch of pirate-themed words in the description for the last few videos of A0151CD0? What is his connection to the cult exactly? Is he a member? Because he's the one who. Because it makes me think. Was he the one? He was the one uploading the videos. Quite likely. Okay, so what exactly is he digging for? I know I'm getting really concerned because of what I remember from Deeper, like when I did that channel. That one has like a bunch of connections to like unsolved murders. I'm really concerned about what he's digging up here. You know, oh yeah, and if I remember correctly, that's a shovel from the Instagram post. So I know he's probably the one running the Instagram too, and probably this might be the guy behind A0151CD0 as a whole, or at least a channel, but not. We've hit something, Yarg. Okay, come on, let's see it. Oh, it's the giraffe. It's a giraffe mask from Reverence. That was the first one thrown down, I think. Okay. Goodbye. 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 Okay, bye. Check out my videos if you're going home. Okay, so if I remember, because like what I showed you on the Twitter page, I guess the fact that they're buried now might imply that they are dead. All right. I'm like, these headphones like are weird, so I'm trying to adjust them so in case there's a jump scare, because I don't trust them. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye. Okay. Goodbye. Okay, we get it. They're okay. We get it now. Goodbye, I guess. Okay, this has been going on for way too long. It does make me wonder though about the so what is truth? So I don't understand, what is Truthbeard's purpose here? Because I mean, considering the way that the videos work, we know he's connected to the cult. We know he's probably a member or somehow associated with them in some way, since he's the one uploading the videos. We also know that he also knows of the fact that they lost members, so we can assume that he's a member and he's the one behind the account. But is he just paying respect to their fallen members? Is what's happening here, isn't it? But why did he have to dig it up? And then he leaves. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If these are the masks of the dead members, what if that these? I mean, what if they these were buried and he was taking them to making them as like a sacrifice to the idol that we saw? Is that possible? Like, because he dug them up. Because he did dig them up for that, and then he did dig them up, and then because I think this video predates Reverence, so he had to dig up. So if I'm right, he had to dig up all of those masks and then take them out and take them over to the idol and throw them down in front of them. We know he has been uploading the videos to A0151CD0, including the one where they're warning of a third party. And it makes me wonder, is he the third party, or is there somebody else that still has not been shown yet? Because I know there are other videos for A0151CD0 I have not looked at yet. I'm probably going to look at those either tomorrow or on Saturday. But, So we now know that truthbeard is the one behind the A0151CD0 account. We know that he, at the very least, is aware of the cult and may be a member. And we also learned that there's a greater possibility that the members of the cult are dead, or at least several members of them are dead by this point. And they were apparently sacrificed for the greater good, it appears, or at least as the Twitter account seems to imply. Alright, so that's all I'm able to figure out for right now, because this was meant as a follow-up video. I didn't really intend to look up truthbeard until I noticed some interesting stuff with the Twitter account. So I'm getting this video here for now before I go into the rest of A0151CD0. So until then, be sure to check out my other videos, where it's Prizebox Productions in the videos, as our channel Prizebox Gaming and Prizebox Reacts. Thanks for watching, and stay jamming, everyone.